Low email open rates are the worst. You're leaving money on the table, and I've been there. It's frustrating, and you think you know how to fix it. You just use the recipient's name in the subject line, right? And a research study from 2018 proved this. And that's where everything went wrong. Researchers wrote a paper called Personalization in Email Marketing, the Role of Non-Informative Advertising Content. And this was in a very fancy Journal of Marketing Science. And they got everyone thinking that putting a name in the subject line is a magic bullet. But I'm going to show you why that study is no longer relevant and what to do instead. Stick around, this is important. The research made sense. Personalization in email will get attention, and that means higher open rates. People like seeing their name, so everyone just took it as true. And most marketers stop here. I'll just find the right tactic, and then I win. And wrong. Business isn't about finding one magic bullet. Business is about having a repeatable process that you can use again and again. And when we get to why other research disproved this original study and shows that you shouldn't necessarily use the name in an email subject line, you'll see why process, and not the magic bullet of using a name, is what's going to make you a ton of money. Marketers throw things at the wall and see what sticks. That's expensive and slow. And if that's you, I'm going to show you about how thinking like a scientist is the most profitable thing you can do. But don't worry, this is anything but boring chemistry or physics class. What I do, I run $50 experiments that make my companies hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I do it because I can run small experiments before investing big. And that also means that I'm never guessing. My $2.9 million e-commerce business started with $500 in tiny tests. This lets me eliminate what doesn't work, so I'm not burning cash on bad ideas. Now let's take this to subject lines. Your subject line is the first impression for your email. So you think personalization would be a good idea. People see their name, the open rates are going to be better, but the open rates are sucking. So let's fix that. First, let's do a small test. Let's take your email list and we'll split it into 3 groups. Send each group a different subject line. The contents of the email is the same, but has a different subject line. First, no name and just have the subject line. Second, use their first name only. And third, use their first and last name. Now I'd like you to measure which one gets opened more. Now don't guess, you need to know, you need to measure this. And remember, every email audience is different. So if you blindly follow what others say, you're just guessing. But here's the twist. Remember what I said about that 2018 study? More recent research shows that personalization isn't working anymore. In 2023, the Journal of Marketing Research published a different paper called The Impact of Email Subject Line Personalization on Open Rates. In that study, it showed that putting names in the subject line wasn't working. Why? Because now everyone is doing it. Your name in the subject line is noise now. This is why blind imitation is dangerous. Just because it worked for someone else doesn't mean it will work for you. Or it doesn't mean that it'll work now just because it worked in the past. But there is one way that personalization isn't noise, and the paper went into that. Generic personalization is dead. Just the name in the subject line is noise. You need to be specific. So think about your customer's journey. What are their pain points? What really matters to them? And I'll give you examples. And here's the next test. You're going to take the winning subject line from the first test and add a dash of something unique to your customer's experience. Split your list in half and test these 2. Number 1, you're going to have the winner from the last steps. You're going to keep that one the same. We call that the control. And number 2, you're going to have the winning subject line plus something specific to how they've interacted with your business. So a web page they visited, something they clicked on, based on how they got on your list. So some examples, instead of Raj, check out our new product, it'll be Raj, struggling with Facebook ads? This might help. Or instead of Raj, sale ending soon, try Raj, still thinking about buying cowboy boots? The discount ends tonight. And see which subject line wins. Notice that in each of the second examples that I gave, it's something specific to a situation. Either I know that Raj is interested in Facebook ads, or I know that Raj looked at a page having to do with cowboy boots. And therefore, it is very specific to the situation the customer in. So it's not just about the name and the name attracting attention. It's about the name plus their situation. And that's what the research study showed is actually powerful. You keep at it. You take the winner. You run another test with another variation. You keep what's working and you toss what's not. You'll find yourself improving a little each time, but here's the thing. A little compounded over time can double or triple or quadruple your open rate. Your email subject line is just one lever you can pull to increase revenue, and it can be overwhelming. Don't try to do everything at once. In the next video here, I'll show you my framework for using the scientific method with any part of your business.